Hey, what's happening? I'm Aaron Astorga, and I'm here with Kevin Marks, Look Back Library, and we're going to go over some of these covers that I've had over the years of skating. First off, we'll start with this Monster Magazine Germany Monster Skate. This is October '94 issue. This is one of my favorites. Just the time in the '90s when I lived in San Francisco. And at one of my favorite SF spots, Fort Miley. It's just such an awesome spot. And it was really close to my house. I lived right on the corner of 43rd and Clement at the time. I had a nice ocean view apartment, and Miley was seriously like a quarter mile from my house. So I could just, anytime, I could just cruise over, push over. And a lot of times there'd be rad sessions there. You'd show up some days and just like guys like Coco and Julian and Joey Trichet and just so many different rippers that at any given day you could go to Miley and there's guys there ripping.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy stuff went down over the years at Miley. Most notable though, in my mind, I remember Sheffy having some photos of blasting over the hip, and that was like really got me fired up because Sheffy's such a legend. And then a little while after I shot this with Helge Tscharn, Miley was a real hot spot, and then Phil Shao pretty much shut it down with the 5-0 on top. You know, R.I.P. Phil.
And that wasn't until
Never forget Phil Shao, one of the best to ever do it.
Phil's cover wasn't until '96, so this is '94.
So this was a couple years before. I was getting into no slides, and I tried some crooks, and I never really got a sequence of it. I remember Helge didn't really have a motor drive at the time, so we weren't able to shoot a sequence or anything. But I was super stoked they threw this on the cover. This was when I was riding for Think at the time, and yeah, those are some of the best times of my life living in SF in my 20s, and yeah, I was 24.
Cool. So Titus, I imagine, was a distributor of Think.
Yes, yeah. Titus was distributing Think at the time, and the team was insane. Wade, Drehobel, Matt Pales, Phil Shao. It was just, yeah, one of the best teams in skateboarding by far. I was just doing sales, and yeah, it was a great time to be a part of Think at that time. Don Fisher, Keith Cochran, Greg Carroll, great people to work with, and we were doing some solid numbers, and Think was very, very successful at the time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Next we have I think this Concrete Wave. This Concrete Wave was quite a long time after this monster cover. This was at this pool in Oceanside down in the valley, and I believe Dan Sturt shot this, if I'm correct. Yes, what a weirdo, Daniel Harold Sturt, the one and only.
Yeah.
Amazing photographer though. I've known Dan for a long time, and so I'm like, hey, I got this pool down in the valley. It's really good. This thing was insanely good, perfect, and I remember Dan getting laying down on his back, and I was really worried about kicking my board out and killing him because he was right underneath me, but nothing bad happened. We nailed the shot in a couple tries, and I didn't really think anything of it. I was wondering, and then one day, guy shows up at my house just out of the blue, and I'm like in my driveway in my garage, and he just comes walking up with this magazine. He's like, here you go. I'm like, God, yeah, a little creepy, but it was cool. It turned out cool. Concrete Wave cover.
Cool.
A while after that, I think this was around the same time, not too long after this Concrete Wave cover. This is a book called Scarred for Life, written by Keith Hamm, Keith David Hamm, cool dude, and I was really stoked on this. This shot is amazing. Desiree, my wife Desiree, shot this cover photo, and you know, it was at my friend Gerard's house. Yeah, G, love you. Used to have this killer pad in Leucadia, and this pool was really gnarly. It wasn't super skatable, but it had like this it had a decent face wall and this side wall that had like some super harsh transition on it, but it was still skatable. It had a lot of cancer, but it was at G's house, and could skate it whenever. And we ended up going over there and just shooting some photos. And next thing I know,
so you're going from one wall to the other?
Yeah, this is a corner. This is an ollie over the corner
Sweet.
From wall to wall. So super cool. Scarred for life. It's got some really cool skate stories written by Keith Hamm in there.
Awesome.
And then this concussion magazine, good old Brendan Klein. This is the Hilltop pool, Salbaland. And we went up there one day and just to shoot Hilltop pool. Brendan, when he was living in North County, San Diego, and we'd go skating and hang out, shoot photos and stuff. So this particular day, we decided just to go, hey, let's go to Salbaland, let's go to Hilltop, and maybe we'll get a shot. And we skated, and yeah, came away with a pretty cool shot that day. The sky, I remember the sky was just looking really, really dark and ominous, and it was really well lit, though. Brendan's an awesome photographer, really nice dude, and super fun to skate with and hang out with. So, yeah, Brendan Klein, Concussion Magazine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. We got 3 out of 4 covers backside ollies, and
yeah, I'm kind of the one-trick pony, unfortunately.
Well,
like ollies were one of my favorite tricks, though.
Well.
So, I just like one of my favorite things is floating big backside ollies and stuff, but back in the day, I could actually street skate a little bit when I was living in SF, and I was skating a lot of street.
Hell yeah.
Hitting up some rails and bombing hills and all-ins and big gaps and stuff.
Any classic covers, friends covers, anything that sticks out in your head from when you were a younger skater that's influenced you over the years? Or
oh man, just yeah, everything over the years. Just growing up as a youngster, skating Del Mar and seeing so many epic shots of Del Mar over the years and everything, and that's really what just got me hooked on skating. And I'm still skating hard.
Yeah,
gotta skate it, till the wheels fall off.
There we go. Awesome,
sure.
man. Well, I think that about covers it, man. Thanks for getting together with us.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Look Back Library, check it out.